Good evening, baseball fans. You are tuning in to Houston Astros Network, and we are here at Citi Field as our hometown Houston Astros, who are 24-14 in the season, travel to Flushing, New York to take on the 18-21 New York Mets. There you see Bo Porter and the team decked out in the throwback uniforms. Let's take a look at the Astros lineup. Leading things off, playing left field will be Juan Pierre. Batting second, playing center, Dexter Fowler. Batting third, playing first, Kendrys Morales. And in the cleanup spot is the young phenom George Springer. On the mound today for the Mets, who is 2-3 on the season, is the right-hander Jeremy Hefner with a 4.65 ERA in 7 games. And making his way to the plate now to lead things off for the Astros in the top of the first is Juan Pierre, the left fielder, who is entering today's game on a 12-game hitting streak. He's batting .318 with 1 home run and 4 RBIs on the season. This man is 37 years old, and he still manages to provide some speed in the lineup. So here comes the pitch from Hefner. And Juan Pierre slaps that one up the middle. First pitch swing, and Juan Pierre's got himself a base hit to lead things off here in this ball game. Next batter up is Dexter Fowler. Hefner getting set. Here comes the kick, and Pierre's taking off for second. He's going to slide in as the throw is high. And Juan Pierre has himself a stolen base. Now it's an 0-1 count on Dexter Fowler. Hefner looking down, Pierre at second. Here's the kick and the pitch. And Fowler grounds this one up the middle. Murphy's going to field this one, and he can't get it in time over to first. That's going to be runners on the corners with no outs now for the Astros. Making his way to the plate now for the Astros is the first baseman Kendrys Morales, who is batting .348 in the season with 7 home runs and 28 RBIs. His .348 batting average is enough to put him in 4th place in all of the American League for batting average. He's having a very productive season with the bat in that 3-hole for the Astros this year. Hefner getting set with runners on the corners. Here's the kick and the pitch, and Morales gives this one a ride into left field. That one's going to land right in front of EYJ in left. Now we've got first and second as the runner comes across. That gives the Astros an early 1-0 lead. The young phenom George Springer at the plate now. Hefner looking down the runner at second. Here's the kick and the pitch, and Springer gives this one a ride in a deep center field. That's going to be a step in front of the warning track. Dexter Fowler is going to tag up, and he's going to slide into third. Now we've got 1 out, and runners on the corners for the Astros. Todd Frazier at the plate now, 0-1 count on him. Hefner looking down the runner. Here comes the pitch, and Todd Frazier gives this one a ride in a deep left field. That's out of here, Todd Frazier. That's a 3-run shot, and that's going to give the Astros a 4-0 lead in this ball game. Frazier comes back to the East Coast, playing in his neighboring state, New York. He grew up in Toms River, New Jersey, and he blasts a 3-run shot here to give the Astros a 4-0 lead. Now we head to the bottom of the first inning as we take a look at the New York Mets, also wearing their throwbacks. And their starting lineup, leading things off in left field, will be Eric Young Jr. Batting second, playing second, Daniel Murphy. Batting third, playing third, David Wright. And in the cleanup spot will be the first baseman, Ike Davis. On the mound today for the Astros will be the very surprising Mark Appel, who is 5-1 in the season with a 2.58 ERA in 7 games started, 45 innings pitched. They expected him to be doing well this year, but not that well. Appel facing Daniel Murphy here. Here's the kick and the pitch. And that one's going to be grounded up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Fowler is going to have to field that one, and Daniel Murphy has himself a 1-out base hit here in the bottom of the first. Appel working with a 1-2 count here on David Wright. Here's the kick and the pitch, and David Wright takes a cut through that one. He can't hit that 85-mile-per-hour circle change. That's a strikeout for Mark Appel. 2-1 count now on Ike Davis. Here's the kick and the pitch from Appel. That one's going to be given a ride into left field, but it's going to be right into the glove of Juan Pierre. And the Mets aren't able to do anything off of Daniel Murphy's hit. They have 1 hit in the ball game. Still 4-0 Astros lead. Hiroyuki Nakajima at the plate for the Astros in the top of the second. Here comes the pitch from Hefner, and Nakajima gives this one a ride in a deep right field. That one's going to hit off the wall. Nakajima's going to round first, head into second, standing up. He's got himself a leadoff double here in the top of the second. Now the opposing pitcher, Mark Appel, comes to the plate, and he's going to lay down a bunt. That's a beautiful bunt. He could have beat that out if he just had a bit more speed, but he gets the job done as he moves Nakajima over to third. Now Juan Pierre's at the plate. Hefner getting set. Here comes the pitch, and Pierre's going to ground this one to Murphy at second. He has no play at the plate. He's going to take the easy way out at first. That's 2 outs in the inning now, but Nakajima comes across. That makes it a 5-0 Astros lead. 2-0 count now on Dexter Fowler. Here's the kick and the pitch from Hefner, and Fowler grounds this one to Daniel Murphy at second. He's going to fire to Ike Davis, throws a bit high, but they do get him out. And that's going to end the top of the second. We're going to head to the bottom of the second, but not before the Astros strike for one. Is it now a 5-0 lead for them? And coming to the plate now for the Mets will be the center fielder James Ramsey, who is batting .400 with 3 home runs and 12 RBIs in the month of May. 16 for 40. He is having a very productive month, if I could say so myself. Here's the kick and the pitch from Appel. That's going to be laid down for a bunt. And Frazier just runs past that one. Nobody picked it up. I guess no one called it, and that's going to be ruled probably an error. Base runner now for the Mets. Full count here on Josh Thole. And that's going to be down in the zone. Take your base, Josh Thole. Runners on first and second. 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch from Appel, and Hefner swings right through that one. He sends down the opposing pitcher on strikes. He gets himself out of a bit of a jam he was in there. Still a 5-0 lead here for the Astros. 5 hits for the Astros, 2 for the Mets. Jeremy Hefner working on George Springer with a 1-0 count in the top of the third. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be ripped up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Base hit for the speedy 5-tool George Springer. Todd Frazier up now for the Astros. Hefner getting set. Here's the kick and the pitch, and Springer's taken off for second. He slides in. George Springer's got himself a stolen base, showing off one of his 5 tools on that play. 1-2 count now on Frazier. Hefner looking down Springer at second. Here comes the pitch, and Frazier manages to get in between David Wright and the shortstop there on that play. You might as well call him Tony Gwynn as he moves over George Springer to third base. 0-1 count here on Evan Gattis. Runners on the corners for the Astros. Hefner getting set. He kicks and fires, and Gattis is going to give this one a ride into left field. That one's going to get in the gap. Runner's going to round second, head for third. Springer was able to score on the play. Now we've got runners on second and third, and there's now a 6-0 lead for the Astros. And after a very disappointing outing from Jeremy Hefner, the Mets are going to call in the left-hander Adam Conley, who's appeared in 9 games, with a 2-1 record, 2.13 ERA in 12 innings pitched so far for the Mets. Nakajima up now for the Astros, 0-1 count on him. Here comes the pitch from Conley, and Nakajima is just going to hit a high pop-up into foul territory. David Wright's going to get into that one. Easy play for him into foul territory, and that's how the inning is going to end. But not before the Astros take a 6-0 lead. Bottom of the 5th now, Mark Appel working with an 0-1 here on EYJ. And that's going to be a ground out to Carlos Correa at second. And that's how the 5th inning is going to end. Mark Appel still pitching a shutout here. Still 6-0 Astros. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. Here's the kick and the pitch from Mark Appel. That's going to be a high fly ball. Carlos Correa is going to camp under that one. And that's how the 7th inning is going to end. That's 7 innings of shutout pitching from Mark Appel. He's on his game today. Lights out pitching from him. He's only allowed 2 hits through 7 innings. Evan Gattis at the plate now for the Astros in the top of the 8th. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Torreyes. And that one's going to be ripped into left center gap. That one's going to get up against the wall. Gattis is going to round first, head for second. He slides in feet first. That's a double for the catcher, Evan Gattis, the big guy. There you see the doubles leaders for the American League. The Rays with 80, followed by the Yankees, Royals, Athletics, and then our hometown Astros with 72. Gattis on second, 2-0 count with 2 outs on Nakajima. Torres getting set. Here comes the pitch. And Nakajima's going to ground this one to the shortstop. He fires over to first. And that's going to be how the top of the 8th inning ends. Still 6-0 Astros. Coming into pitch in the 8th inning now for the Astros will be the handy-dandy left-hander Raul Valdez. 13 games appear with 1 save and a minimal 1.64 ERA so far. Working with a 2-2 count here. Here comes the pitch, and he swings right through the changeup. 2 outs in the inning now. 0-1 count here on EYJ. The pitch from Valdez is going to be ripped into center field, but Fowler is going to be able to get to that one. On the run, he makes the play. We head to the 9th inning. Still 6-0 Astros. And coming into pitch for the top of the 9th for the Mets will be Joe Thatcher, the left-hander. 26 games appeared with a 2 ERA and 27 innings pitched. Dexter Fowler at the plate for the Astros. 1-0 count on him. Thatcher's getting set. Here comes the kick and the pitch, and that's going to be grounded to the shortstop. Fired over to first, and that's going to be how the top of the 9th ends. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Astros still in the lead, 6-0. It's not a save appearance, but Jesse Crane's still going to come in the ball game here for the Astros. 0-1 count on Daniel Murphy. Pitch from Crane is going to be taken into right field. That one's going to sneak past Morales at first. Base hit Daniel Murphy here in the bottom of the 9th to get things started for the Mets. 0-2 count now on David Wright. The pitch from Crane is going to be ripped up the middle past the diving glove of Correa. Now that's first and second for the Mets with no outs. Still no outs. 2-1 count here on Ike Davis. Here comes the pitch from Crane. That's going to be ripped into left field, and Pierre's going to overrun that one. He lost that in the sun, and it's going to skip against the wall. Pierre has to run back. 1 run comes across. Another runner rounds third. He slides in. No play at the plate. That's 2 runs now. 6-2 for the Mets. Now with no outs, runners on second now. Crane getting set. Here comes the pitch, and that one's going to be lined past Todd Frazier at third, the diving glove. Runner's going to round third, head home. The play at the plate is going to be close, but he slides in. Now that's 6-3. Mets slowly digging their way back into this one. And coming into the bullpen now for the Astros will be the right-hander, the Ginger Ninja Eddie Butler. 3 games appear with a astronomical 13.50 ERA in 3 innings. First man Eddie Butler is going to face is going to be Ike Davis. The pitch from Eddie Butler is going to be grounded to Correa at second, fired over to first. That's going to be the first out of the bottom of the 9th. Crane wasn't able to get any, but Eddie Butler was able to get one on his first batter faced. 0-2 count now on James Ramsey. The pitch from Butler is going to be popped into center field. Fowler's going to camp under that one. The runner's going to tag up, head home. That's going to be a run for the Mets. 6-4 now. Astros still in the 2-run lead. But they are down to their last out. Now for Josh Tolley at the plate. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be check swinged and popped into foul territory. Frazier makes the final out. And the Astros come away with this one win despite a 9th inning scare due to the terrible pitching from Jesse Crane. Getting our Tops Player of the Game award will be the young right-hander Mark Appel, who pitched 7 innings, only allowed 2 hits, no runs, and 6 Ks on the day. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up here at this ball game here at Citi Field. Don't forget to take a look at the box score on your way out, and also, don't forget to tune in next time here on Houston Astros Network. Astros and White Sox here at Minute Maid Park. Julio Teheran, the newly acquired starter, got the nod for Houston in this one. and he had a lights-out first inning as he gets Johnny Peralta to ground out to complete the 1-2-3 inning.